Has your bank put limits on how much money you can deposit onto exchanges to buy crypto? Screw them. SwissBorg's got your back. They've created personalized IBAN numbers, so you can send as much money as you like to buy crypto. SwissBorg. Hello everybody, welcome back. Right, so rather than just going through the overall market, which we will do, but just very briefly, because nothing has changed really. This is Euro, golden cross retest all the way up, breakout through resistance. And supports emphasised now by moving averages, which are also acting as supports and continuing to move up. So strength in Euro. Looking for probably a bounce now on the S&P. This is S&P Futures, US 500, so the futures market. Yeah, looking for a bounce probably around now as well, an intermediate bounce. Because if we don't bounce from here, we do come down to a deeper pullback, I suppose, which would be roughly around the. I'll just get the whole thing up here. The S&P 500 on a daily, if it'll do it. No, it's not going to do it. I need some more RAM. I've got to get some more RAM. Anyway, gold still looking okay on the short term. We're looking for moves back up on gold, and the total market cap too. So excluding Bitcoin, including Ethereum, having a bit of a bounce, front run from the 200 exponential. Bitcoin, as you've probably all seen, up a little bit, and bouncing from this. Well, the same old, same old. I'm on the 3-day. That'll all become evident soon as to why. So yeah, here we go. So long story short, this is what we were talking about yesterday and highlighted on the stream last night. Look, we're above the 50 exponential, 50 simple moving average, horizontal line of significance. You know, if it breaks down from here, it comes all the way down below 25,000 towards 24. If it breaks up and stays above 28,000, we're moving to 29 and then probably to 32. So it's a good start. Before we look at the holy grail of charts, the XRP chart, let's just talk through what happened last night. So this is where we left it on the live stream last night. I said, look, all eyes on the prize. We're working on a pump signal being generated. This is when we were just finishing the stream. We finished this pump signal around this level, and we're going to get everything that we need to see a rally on the 1 hourly. That 1 hourly hopefully will take us to a 200 exponential, which is going to be that 28,000. Which it has done and is so far still above that. That 28,000 on the 4 hourly is the 200 exponential as well, which avoids the death cross, which is happening as well. We do have a death cross on simple moving averages, but we can't have it all. But yeah, avoids the exponential death cross, which for me, especially on a 4 hour, is going to be more appropriate to avoid. So now what we're looking for on Bitcoin is to remain above this 200 exponential, and even better would be the 50, but basically above that 28,000. We'd really like to see it maintain 28,200. Closures below there probably sees this rally get faded. But for the moment, I don't see any reason to expect it to be faded. It looks okay. So all eyes on the prize being 28,000. Right, so now we're going to talk about XRP. That's right. So there's a setup on XRP. There has been now for a few weeks. We can start to think about it a little bit more appropriately as we are still within the trend, the uptrend for XRP. The main thing to think about here is one of the greatest signals you can ever find. We like to couple it with a golden cross on the same chart, but we obviously haven't got that. So what we're looking at here is a cross above the cloud. Excuse me. Cheeky span is above price, which is fine. And the price action is also above the cloud. So we've got those three components for a trend signal on the Ichimoku cloud on its tether pair. And we're getting support as well on an uptrending 20 moving average on the 3-day. So 1 nice tag, 2 nice tag, 3 nice tag. So there's something going on this 3 hour on the 3-day, which is quite good. Do have a negative cross, that's fine. We do have lower lows, lower highs on the RSI. That's all fine as well, because this, you could argue, is just a consolidation from this higher level. So what I'll be looking for, really, to be honest with you, with a signal like this, with a setup like this, I would be looking for it to trend up and continue to trend up and go on beyond its previous local high. So we're talking up towards 60 cents for XRP. Now, if we move this down to the shorter term time frames, we can see that we've got a fresh death cross and we're looking to try and make our way above this. So we are looking to see if we can reclaim 48 cents, really. 48 cents would then give us enough power to move back into the 52, which is this horizontal where we were struggling with, and move beyond there. Now, again, you know, we broke down here and sort of built a base around the 44 to 45s. And since then, you could argue it's just an accumulation. There's nothing really outside of that 4 hour that's given us any any evidence to poise the short-term timeframes in a bullish scenario. Now, what we got here is a bit conflicting as well on the 12-hourly. And again, you know, this is what trading is. You got to boil it down. What is it? Is it, you know, what are the risks to rewards? The rewards on the 3-day look pretty sweet. The 4-hourly, not so great. The 12-hourly has got mixed signals. So we got support on the 200 exponential. We do have a short signal generated on the Ichimoku cloud. So recognize this is a short signal. It doesn't have to play, nor does the 3-day have to play. The 3-day is a trend signal. This is a quick short signal on a 12-hourly. That has now been generated. So we do have a short signal. We have got support roughly around the 44 cents, which is the same as before on the 4-hourly. This one's highlighted by a 200 exponential. And what we see is a snaking up of the histogram on the MACD and the moving up on the money flow index as well. So potentially more money coming into this. XRP always trades high volumes, so it's very high liquidity always across all exchanges. And then we'll just finish this on the daily. Then we'll have a quick look at the Bitcoin pair. So the tether pair has shown a nice golden cross on exponentials, a golden cross on simples, so 2 golden crosses in play. No short signals on this one or anything like that. We're still consolidating from this previous high, but it does show evidence of snaking up with momentum. Again, the histogram's neither here nor there. The volume is not what it was, but always is going to be quite good. So the daily has supports at 43.49. The 3 daily has supports at, come on, baby, at 40, well, more or less 45. So there's a fair amount of support below us on the daily and on the 3-day. And the 3-day is the more important one for what could be a bigger move. And when I say a bigger move, obviously a trend is going to go on until the trend comes to an end. The trend would be ended on this chart when the Chiku span touches the price action and closes within it, or we have a negative cross, so a blue crossing the red, cancelling out the trend. So we don't have any of that. Everything is still looking good to go, and we'll be looking for this to trend up. Now, obviously, each level above us is going to be a major resistance. So first of all, we'll be looking for 50 cents to 52 cents as a resistance. Major resistance just below 60. But if all of these break on the 3-day, we're kind of looking for a blue sky breakout, and we could trend up towards 80 to 90 cents on XRP. Now let's have a look at the Bitcoin pair. Bitcoin pair, we've got this very long, tasty, but it's a realistic buy zone that's that hovers between as low as 1550 sats and as high as 1700 sats. So all of this area is what would be considered to be a buy zone. Now, recognize that this is still like a Bitcoin season. Some altcoins are popping here and there, and I think with the state of the total 2 chart, until we reclaim the Bollinger Band Center, we might be seeing Bitcoin continue to run and leaving altcoins behind. So you might see this chart sort of dwindle down to the bottom of the buy zone. But the reason we call it a buy zone is because it's a buy zone. The entire area is an area to think about buying from. Doesn't mean that it's always going to work out, but I mean, historically, this area has had decent reactions for the most part. So a big reaction here, we came into it here, a little bit of a bounce, came into it here, had a bounce, 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 breakdown, and then the last big bounce. So there's quite a lot of bouncy stuff going on around this area. So it's not like the most important thing you've ever seen in the world. It's not a guarantee. But it's a buy zone to which most of the time that we've been in it, most of the time, we've had decent reactions. So couple that with a 3-day on the tether pair, could lead to some exciting opportunities. Obviously, Bitcoin's still looking quite good at this point now, as we are above that 28,000. And let's have a look. Yeah, I mean, that's all it's got going for it, just being above 28,000. Really, we would start to get very excited above 29,000, and everything's back on again. When it comes to sort of talking about alt seasons and things like that, I wouldn't say that that's something that's a realistic possibility at the moment. I think the market is likely to trend as one, but Bitcoin's chart is, well, I mean, it is better than the total market cap chart. I mean, the divergence between the higher term moving averages are much greater. But that also could suggest, like I was saying yesterday on the stream, for Patreon guys and girls, that just because altcoins aren't moving now doesn't mean that they won't move later. You know, we reference this chart a lot, the total 2, and we also think about the market cycles, and we think about how, you know, generally speaking, yeah, most of the time this is what we're looking at. So we're looking at trading a chart which is going to fanny around a little bit like this, which is why buying, holding, and staking where possible is a decent thing for anyone who just wants to invest into crypto. Look, you're probably going to be up, down, and sideways for about 18 months with altcoins. You know, you buy them today, you'll be up tomorrow, you'll be down the next week, you'll be up again a few months from now, you'll be back down to square one in 6 months. And this is generally how it's going to go. But throughout that period, at least you can stake it if you're able to stake it. But other than that, you know, we always look for the end of a cycle to explode, and that generally is what's happened in the previous cycle, and you know, in the cycle prior to that, and that's probably what's going to happen on this cycle as well. But it won't happen for, let's just say, you know, somewhere around here. So you've got all this time to be up, to be down, to be back to where you started from, and then go straight up. And again, we're talking total market cap here, so it depends what you bought, it depends on what you're looking to get back. So it's not as simple as just looking at the total market cap and expecting everything to move. But generally you could think about it in those terms. Just make sure you don't buy a steaming turd. That's all I can say. So anyway, this video was mostly about XRP because there was a setup that I thought was worthy of talking about. Doesn't mean it is something that is definitely going to play, but it does look like it's worthy of talking about. So we should be looking for a move up on XRP on a 3-day chart if the market permits it. The market appears to be permitting moves at the moment. So if the market gives a green light to XRP, then maybe in a couple of weeks we could be looking at an XRP moving up towards 80 cents or thereabouts, which is not a bad move from where we are right now. That's really not a bad move, and this is the sort of thing that XRP does, and we've highlighted this, you know, when we broke out of here, when we were about to break out of here, we got this big bold move up here, and I said, look, you know, this is where we start to pay attention to XRP again, when we're outside of the descending triangle. Outside of this one, I started talking about XRP, bam, bam, way. And again, I'll be talking about it again now that we're outside of the descending triangle. It does have the power to do those sort of moves again. But remember, the moves are given to you, they're taken back. Given to you, taken back. Given, taken back, given, taken back. Thou giveth, thou taketh away, thou name is XRP. So I'll leave it with you there, but thank you for watching. I hope you have a nice day. Feel free to subscribe to this channel. I've got a free Telegram and I've got a paid Patreon. All the links in the description below. Otherwise, hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.